Welcome back to Living Local. There are a lot of things to consider when you're searching for a new home, especially financial factors. When it comes to building wealth and equity with real estate, getting guidance from an expert could help you make a smart purchase. Joining us in studio today is Ana Aguilera True with True Homes. She's here to offer us some insight on those on the hunt for a new home. So Ana, let's talk about this idea of building wealth through home ownership. What should folks be thinking about?
Yeah, I'm really passionate about this topic because throughout the test of time, wealth has really come down, the majority of the time it's coming down through real estate. So there are some really simple key points I want to hit on here to make this really easy for you. One, buy as young as possible. You know, buy as young as possible. And then two, buy in the right location. And then lastly, properly maintain that property. So what you'll typically find is throughout the years, you can either sell that property for years down the line and you have been able to make money off of that, or it's something that you can pass down to your family. And with that being said, I'm really passionate about generational wealth. This is something that means that you're going to heir this down to your family, your grandkids, something that can be passed down, and it's typically, again, this can be stocks, bonds, and real estate, again, is the biggest majority of what we can pass down that is going to leave our legacy to our family. Super important. If you're a person of color like me, it's super important because throughout the history of time, we have not really had our opportunity to build wealth up through our family, but now is our time. Those terrible laws are no longer in existence, so we really need to seize this opportunity to really catch up with the other families that have had decades and decades of generations of aired down wealth.
Right, so investing in properties, it's not only investment for your life, but also for generations to come, which I think is so powerful.
Super powerful.
What kind of costs should people consider when they're purchasing a home?
Yeah, so there are, again, you want to weigh out your goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals, and really take a look at those costs because you are going to have some down payment, some closing costs, and then again your monthly mortgage payment. But here's what I really like about this. So your mortgage payment, right, it's something that here's what I'm very, again, super excited about it is the payment itself to me is kind of like a savings program. So when I'm making my mortgage payment for the person that is perhaps not that good at putting money into a savings account, I'm making them payment. And then I'm either going to get that payment back via the equity of my home or again when I sell that property. But did you know, this is a really interesting fact, that they say 80% of homeowners own more or have more wealth than renters. And again, the reason being is because you're able to take this money out via equity and or I missed my point here, sorry. And it's important to say, this is according to the Census Bureau, but basically 80% of homeowners have more wealth than renters, and that wealth is coming from the equity of their home and or it's coming from their retirement program. So many companies right now, their retirement programs are a little less generous than what they are, so it's really time for you to take the opportunity to make your own retirement and use that through real estate.
Yes, clearly from the statistics you shared, home ownership plays a huge role in overall wealth.
They do. It like really allows you to, you know, again, you can pull the equity back out. You can either say, hey, I'm either going to take this money right now, I can improve my lifestyle, I can buy a bigger home, I can improve my current home, renovate it to make it how I'd like, I can take college tuition out for my child, whatever it may be. Or in my case, my favorite thing would have to be, I took the money out to bet on myself to create a different career path. And that's something that if you don't really have the money to do so or the wealth, it's really something that less people are really less, they're going to avoid that risk.
Right. Ana, before we wrap up, I understand you have an event coming up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm calling this, just myself, I'm calling this the Leave Your Legacy to Your Family, not the government event.
Yes.
Yes. But it is a will and estate planning event. We gain nothing from this, you guys. It's just, again, a conversation that we're two of age. We're expecting our first child this year.
Yes.
So as we're leveling up in our adult decisions, we want to bring all of you with us. And we're going to be with some great partners, some local attorneys here that are going to walk everyone through it because it's a lot to unpack. It's going to take about an hour, hour and a half. It's going to be over at Granite City the first week of May. And we're gonna feed you guys, so you guys will be well fed while you're receiving this information. But again, it's super important as we have aged, and not only are we growing a family, we're also noticed that a lot of our clientele are taking care of their parents, and we've had some pretty nasty situations
Sure.
happen out of this. So it's kind of like, who's managing this property? The
A great
estate,
event,
the
right?
child.
A great event to get that
Yeah,
information out.
so
Anna,
good.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
If you guys would like some more information, go to truehomesqc.com. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.